I have something kind of interesting to show you guys. As you can see here, I have two Bear Grylls Ultimate Knife made by Gerber. At first glance, you would think that they're the same, but if you look at it closely, they're not. They're not the same. You could probably see the difference now. Now I don't know if this one on the left is a counterfeit or it's just the first version of the knife. We all know that they had issues with this knife when it first came out. They had problems with the pommel, and so they had to change the design and came out with this. It has a thicker orange plastic thing. So as I said, I don't know if this one is a counterfeit or it's just the first version. Let me show you some more details. Gerber already addressed the issue on the construction of the pommel, so they changed it into this kind, so you should not be seeing this kind of design anymore. They phased this out since I think 2011, after the first wave of production. Okay, now let's look at the BG or Bear Grylls logo. Let me take this out. Okay, I hope you can see it. Look at the difference. There is a difference in color, and the original one, it's refined and clean, and the counterfeit or the fake one, as you can see, it's really bad. Let me focus. You can still see the rubber, injected rubber around the letters, and it's dirty. It's not refined. The color difference is also seen in the guard or the bolster. Look at the color. The fake one or the counterfeit is kind of dull, and the original one is more bright. It's brighter. And then look at the Gerber name. This is the original one, and this is the fake one. You can see a difference in color. This is also kind of dull. This one is brighter, bright orange. And then let's look at the Bear signature on the strap. Once again, there is a slight difference in color, and there's also a difference on how they embroidered the signature. Okay. And the most obvious difference, if you look at the back, the original one has the land to air signal, and the fake one has none. Though both came with a survival guide, but also there's a difference in it. Look at how thick it is if you fold it. The fake one is kind of thicker than the real one. They use a kind of thicker material here, paper or plastic, and this one is thinner. And also that is kind of important because it will be hard to insert this pocket guide into this pocket here. If it's thicker, see how thick that is? It won't go in. I mean, it's too thick. You might damage the pocket guide or the land to air signal. There's also a difference in the way they placed the straps. Look at the difference right there. This is lower, and there's also a difference on the upper strap. This one is higher, the original one. This is the original one, this is the fake one. Now let's look at the back of the knife. See the difference? The striker notch on the original one is longer or wider than the fake one. That's a bump. Now let's look at the Gerber name and the Bear signature on the blade. I don't know if you will be able to see it clearly. I'll do it this way and go on top. It's not that good. The font of the Gerber name on the original one is bigger than the fake one. I hope you can see that. Just look at the picture. Another difference that I discovered is in the whistle. This is the original one and this is the imitation. Look at the difference in design. But I do like the design of the imitation. But the original one, it's kind of thicker and bigger, and also there's a slight difference in color too. Now let's look at the shape of the blade. If you look at the belly, the original one on the right has a bigger belly, while the imitation is kind of slender. I hope you can see the difference. It's hard to see if the camera is moving. The length of the blade is also different. Let me put this here so I can show you the difference. And I'll try to show it with the ruler. I'm not going to measure it, but I will try to show the difference by moving the camera on top. I hope you can see it. So, it's hard to see. It's like an eighth of an inch difference. The original one is shorter than the fake one. Can you see that? Okay, what else? Let's go back to this sheath and I'll get a flashlight to show you the inside. This is the original one, and if you look at the side of the sheath, this part, it has a piece of metal right there on both sides. There is the imitation. There's no metal on this part. Piece of metal is missing. So that's kind of important so that the blade won't be damaging the plastic inside. There's the metal here. Right there. And lastly, let's look at the serration. This is the original one, and this is the I think the imitation. Let's look at the edges. If you look at the smaller concave edge, this one, the one on top, is more rounded, and the one of the imitation is more triangular in shape. See those shapes here? That's the difference. Okay, I guess that's it. Let me just repeat what I said in the beginning of the video. I am not 100% sure if this is a counterfeit, an imitation, or it's just the first version of their Bear Grylls Ultimate Knife. I never got hold of the first version before they came out with a new pommel design, so I only have this as a reference to compare this with. But if you ask my opinion, I would say with the difference in color, with the bad logo finish, and especially with this old pommel design, and also if you look at the grinding, you could see the lines. See there? I would say 80% this is a counterfeit. Let me know your opinion. Write comments in the box below, and I hope I gave you information, and I hope I helped you before you buy a Bear Grylls Ultimate Knife.